Esainai El Hari Me'ain Yavo Ezri Esainai El Hari Me'ain Yavo Ezri Ezri Me'im Adonai Oseh Shamayim V'haaretz Ezri Me'im Adonai Oseh Shamayim V'haaretz. The psalmist in those words wrote long ago, I lift my eyes to the mountains. What is the source of my help? My help comes from Adonai, maker of heaven and earth. God will not let your foot give way. Your protector will not slumber. See, the protector of Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. God is your guardian. God is your protection at your right hand. The sun will not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. God will guard you from all harm. God will guard your soul. You're going and coming now and forever. We live our lives the best we know how. Try to keep family and friends close to create the time to be close to us. Sandy Musicus lived an incredible almost 92 years this July, 91 in the majority of months. Daughter of the late Harry and Libby, beloved wife of the late Raphael for 62 years, who would have appreciated the connection with Tax Day. Mother of Bruce and his wife Kathleen, Lonnie and her husband Jay, loving grandmother of Stephanie and her husband Mark, Jennifer, Marina and her husband Georgian, and Aviva. Adoring great-grandmother to James, Alexandra, and Damien. May we remember Sandy for her intelligence, wit, laughter, poems, unconditional love, and devotion. All the moments she made a difference in your lives. May her memory always be a blessing. Our writings teach us that a woman of strength, beauty, and kindness is fine. She is more precious than fine gems. Her family loves and depends on her, and so they lack nothing. She does good by them, never harm, all the days of her life. She perceives that her labor is rewarding. Her candle burns on into the night. She reaches out to those in need and extends her hands to everyone. She is clothed in strength and dignity. She faces the future cheerfully. She speaks with wisdom. The law of kindness is on her lips. Her children rise up and bless her. Her family entire sing her praises. Many daughters have done valiantly, but you excel them all. The birds made Ecclesiastes' ancient words famous when they sang that there is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot. A time to tear down and a time to build. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to scatter stones and a time to gather them. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to keep and a time to throw away. A time to tear and a time to mend. A time to be silent and a time to speak. Now is the time we speak of Sandy's incredible life, as I think these words put together by the family and written by Bruce. Sandy was born in Chicago and just missed being a roaring 20s clapper. Sandy's mother, Libby Rosenberg, worked at the family's bakery at 1440 South Kedzie Avenue. And Sandy's dad, Harry Gould, was a confirmed bachelor and a civil engineer who worked on designing Sears houses, cemeteries, airport runways, and bridge caissons for some of the lesser bridges that cross the Chicago River. You have undoubtedly been across at least one of them. Libby and her sister Molly used to walk with Sandy up and down Independence Boulevard to and from Garfield Park. Harry saw Libby at the bakery and fell in love. Soon after Libby and Harry married, the little family moved to 919 South Independence Boulevard because it was right next to Gregory Elementary School. This brand new apartment was in a brand new style apartment building with a courtyard. Sandy was an only child, but because of Libby's close family and the bakery, Sandy had no shortage of relatives. The entire Rosenberg clan spent summers in tiny rented cottages in Michigan City, playing cards, swimming in Lake Michigan, and running and rolling down the sand dunes. Sandy remembered that Harry would work at home in his undershirt, drawing blueprints on his graphic. While While in high school, time as typist at Sears. Libby was very fragile with a weak heart, often had rheumatic fever, and in those days there was no cure. Tragically, Libby died when Sandy was just finishing high school, an event that was with Sandy for her entire life. After losing Libby, Sandy finished high school. At her dad's insistence, Sandy stayed home and attended community college. She worked at the College of Chess Physicians, taking dictation and shorthand, while at the same time taking part in college classes. After the war was over and the soldiers had all come home, a friend helped Sandy get a coveted room at a residence at the University of Wisconsin in Madison, a school packed with soldiers on the GI Bill, so rooms were in high demand. Sandy earned her college degree in English. Her favorite parts of school were reading Shakespeare, organizing parties and dances for her residents, and matchmaking for her friends. In fact, Sandy's last vacation trip with Ralph was to attend her college reunion, where she reconnected with many of her friends. After college, Sandy helped to coordinate youth activities at her temple. Sandy met Ralph at one of these dances in downtown Chicago, at the famous Edgewater Beach Resort. Sandy met Ralph's mom, Sophie, passed muster, and Ralph and Sandy got married and then moved into a small apartment with Ralph's mother. Sophie was a strong and determined woman who had saved her family from being killed by Stalin's army in Odessa, Russia. By escaping, she escaped with her husband Boris and two sons, Milton and Ralph, over the border into Germany, and from there to Ellis Island, New York. After they moved in together, Sophie recommended that Sandy take voice diction lessons to cure her Chicago accent, and had much advice for her daughter-in-law. Always encouraging Sandy to grow and to better herself. Sandy was patient and worked hard to live up to her mother-in-law's expectations. There was clearly much affection between the two women. When Ralph and Sandy got pregnant with Bruce, they bought a tiny new home being built on the north side of Chicago at 3127 West Jerome Street. The four of them moved. Lonnie was born 2 years later. Ralph was the breadwinner, working a corporate job in the daytime and on his own commercial real estate and legal business at night. Sandy worked devotedly as Ralph's assistant, typist, and his cheerleader. As he always said, he relied heavily on her advice. Ralph's marriage advice to his son was to marry as well as Ralph had done. To help the business, Sandy earned a commercial real estate broker's license. On the side, she would write funny alternate lyrics to popular Broadway tunes that were staged at the JCC. She also loved writing doggerel poetry on her paper pad or on her typewriter, reading it out loud to appreciative audiences. Mostly, however, Sandy worked at being a mom, cooking meals with Sophie, shopping for groceries, patching clothing, scrubbing floors on her knees, or checking the kids' homework. There was summer school and classes at the JCC for the kids, and social and weight loss classes at the local schools. Because education for the kids was their top priority, Ralph and Sandy bought the house at 530 Locust Road, Wilmette. This allowed Bruce and Lonnie to attend New Trier High School. After Bruce and Lonnie finished college and moved out, Sandy and Ralph split their time between Chicago and Florida. For many years, they wintered in a high-rise on the Fort Lauderdale beach. It was a beautiful location, with the sun rising over the ocean in the morning, the salty sea air, the hiss of the endless waves, and the beach so close. High up, but not so high up to be dangerous. Later, the two moved to a larger home in a community in Boynton Beach with a theater and clubhouse. Room was needed for visits from the grandkids. We all loved visiting the grandparents in Florida. Beaches, Chinese buffets, crafts at the main building, alligators in the backyard, and splashing in the indoor-outdoor swimming pools. Much later, when Sandy's and Ralph's health began to fail, Sandy and Ralph moved to the V in Glenview. Bad knees made it difficult for Sandy to walk, and so more and more she came to depend on a powered wheelchair. Sandy's driving prowess with her powered wheelchair was legendary, especially at crowded doctor's offices. Sandy lost her beloved Ralph May 8, 2014. Though Sandy was introverted and shy, Sandy was kind to her friends and relatives. She was devoted to your dad, working to keep him healthy and happy. She loved gardening, planting tulip bulbs in the early spring, and used to play the piano. She was quite handy around the house, creating artistically painted cabinet doors, creating tile mosaics for the basement, and fixing plumbing, skills she learned from her father. She had fun helping to design additions to the Wilmette home. One of the rooms in her apartment was dedicated to Shakespeare, filled with paintings of scenes from his plays and busts of the playwright. She was frugal, saving butter pats and jellies from the takeout food, bits of string, screws, and washers, just in case she ever ran out. In Boynton Beach, she was a pillar of the poetry club, and several of her poems were published in the Coral Springs newsletter. She loved Sunday brunches with family members at the V, with Lonnie bringing her omelets and bagels, desserts and delicacies to try. Family would sit around the Sunday table and just laugh uncontrollably. Bruce writes, I want to give special thanks to Lonnie for spending so many years visiting our mom every day. Lonnie was our mom's best friend. Lonnie could always make her laugh. When our parents got older, Lonnie would drive them from Chicago to Florida and then back through Albany, New York to visit Dad's brother's family. She kept Mom's refrigerator stocked with Mom's favorite foods. She arranged for caretakers. She ordered medicine. She reminded Sandy of appointments and activities, helped her order dinners when Sandy wanted to eat in her apartment, brought in the mail, and helped Sandy open and read through it, helped her write checks, and helped keep the apartment neat and orderly. Sandy loved playing with Lonnie's adorable dog, Chloe. Visits by Chloe always cheered her up. Lonnie made our mom's life better. Thank you for your efforts all these years. Near the end of our mom's life, we had convinced her to try hearing aids, got doctor approval for cataract surgery so that she would have a better quality of life. I'm so sorry that this didn't work out and that Sandy's health failed so rapidly in the last month. I miss my mom. I miss her telling me that I'm wonderful and telling me I have to stop working so hard. I miss living with her in Boynton Beach for a week or more every April to work on tax returns with my dad while she took charge of shredding paper. I will miss the flights to Chicago and staying with Kathleen in my dad's old office at the V while visiting my mom. I'll miss watching all the old movies on the Turner Movie Channel with her and eating Sunday brunch at the V. Rest in peace, Mom. We'll miss you. Family was everything to Sandy. It is quite agreed, as Bruce wrote, that you make her laugh kept going for all of these years. She lived the best life she knew how, surrounded by those who loved most in the world. May she be remembered in her health and strength, and may her memory always be a blessing, that she was such a blessing in your lives. We read together on the pamphlet the 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He guideth me in straight paths for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou hast anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. We continue with El Malay Rakami, Memorial Day. El Malay Rakami, Shote Mamami, Hamse Minuka Nefona, Takat Kanfe Hashpina, Im Hiroshima-tori, Yuzomara Kiyabasiri, Ed Mishmat, Sandy Batarian Libby, Shalakal Olama, Balarakami Miastereha, the Seta Kanapav Lolami, Bitzor Hakayim and Ismata, Adonai Hu Naflata, Vitanuach Bishalom, Amishkaba Vinomar Amen. Passionate God, eternal spirit of the universe, grant perfect rest in your sheltering presence. The Sandy Musicus, daughter of Harry and Libby, who has entered eternity. O God of mercy, let her find refuge in your eternal presence and in the shadow of your wings. And let her soul be bound up in the bond of everlasting life. God is her inheritance. May she rest in peace, let us say. Amen. We continue with the morning. Yikadal, Yikadash, Shemei Rava, Yalma, Ibrav, Rote, Yamid, for Beit Israel, Bagalav, Isman, Karim, Yimaru, Heshmei, Rava, Barach, Leolam, Olamei, Amaya, Yiparach, Yitabach, Yita'ar, Yitromam, Yitnase, Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shemei, Kusha, Bariku, Le'ela Minko, Birchata, Vishirata, Kushbechata, Venechamata, Gamiran, Beelma, Vimaru, Amen. Yehesh Lama, Rabba, Min Shemaya, Bechayim, Aleinu, Be'alko Yisrael, Vimaru, Amen. Oseh Shalom, Bimromav, Huya Aseh Shalom. Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Imaru. Amen. May God grant peace to those who mourn and comfort to all of grief among us as we say together. Amen. Before we lower and vault in the place of Israel, the birth of Israel, and for exactly as well.
Be careful near the edge of the blade, please. Very slippery. Do you want to stay while they complete the burial, or do you want to go back to the park? I have a bag. Let me get everything ready. I'll bring it to your car.